from 8 to 9 a.m.
On the Block with Strick and Austin.
We're speaking to Husker baseball assistant Lance Harvell.
Seemed like there was a pretty heavy focus on the JUCO ranks this offseason. What went into the decision behind that approach?
There's something about junior college baseball. If you've been through it, you know that life, what it's about. You number one, you gotta have passion to play baseball. You gotta grind. Those guys are tough. They're playing doubleheaders, every time out. So you know kind of what you're getting.
Weekdays from 2 to 4 on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Hey, it's me, your cell phone. We need to talk about something serious. I know you love me. I know you like using me wherever you are, but I feel like this isn't working out when you're driving. I know you may think that it's possible to focus both on me and the road, but I just don't feel the same way. I think we should spend time away from each other when you're driving. It's for the best.
Visit StopTextStopWrecks.org. A message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com.
On the internet.
KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket. Welcome in to the Get Your Happy On Hour, featuring former Husker receiver Ricky Simmons.
On hour, I'm your host, Ricky C. Simmons, on 93.7 The Ticket. I just want to say, first of all, man, I'm in a pretty good mood tonight. I got to give a big shout out to Empire Fencing in Waverly, Nebraska. Matt Warner and his team is doing a great job out there helping people, man, and just being good people. I'm a real big stickler for good people. And I'll be real honest with you. Tonight, I have a guest that's, man, is the classic example of a good person. I want everybody to listen up real closely tonight because I think you're going to be pleasantly surprised at this story that my guest is going to show. Roberta Bell, are you with me tonight?
Yes. How you doing, Ricky?
What's going on with you, young lady?
Oh, I'm blessed without any stress.
Well, that's good enough. Well, Roberta, first of all, I want to say thank you for just being able and what's the right word? For being
Willing.
Thank you there. Thank you, young man, being willing to be on the show. And you coming in from Vicksburg, Mississippi, is that right?
Yes, I am. And thank you for having me.
Okay, well, you're welcome. Well, I'm going to jump right in and just ask, the first question I have for you is, where are you really? Are you from Vicksburg, or is that just where you live now?
I am originally from Vicksburg, Mississippi, born and raised.
What? Mississippi in the house? Well, I got to be honest with you. I was a little nervous because last week we had some technical issues. Mm-hmm. And I just didn't want to. That's why I reached out to you earlier to make sure that we got you on. And my little brother was on hold in case I needed him.
I tell you, he's a blessing.
Yeah, big shout out to Marcus Dupree because he was on standby. He told me just call me if you need me, big brother, and I really appreciate that. I want to show Marcus some love as well. But I'm going to have Marcus back on again at some point real soon. Now, growing up in Vicksburg, so after high school, you went to high school there too, I assume, right?
Yes, I went from kindergarten all the way up to high school.
Okay, now what did you do after high school?
After I got out of high school, I got me a job.
Okay, and what job was that? I'm just curious.
Well, the first job I had, I was working in a restaurant.
Okay. Okay. I'm kind of losing you a little bit.
It's her connection.
Oh, her connection? Okay. Well, we'll do the best we can. Say that again now. You say you started out using a restaurant. Is that correct?
I started out working in a restaurant.
Okay.
As a dishwasher and a waitress.
Wow. So you just, right after high school, you just went to work.
I went to work.
Okay. Now, let me ask you this. you worked in this restaurant, and you did. I'm assuming you were doing what you had to do, but
Yes.
at some point, things turned around, and you got a different job. Is that correct?
Exactly. Yes.
Okay.
After going into finishing working in the restaurant, I went from the restaurant to the factories.
Okay.
And from the factories, I went to corrections.
Okay. Now, I was, I did a little research on you, and when you went to working you was working as a guard for a female prison, and you were
Yes.
actually doing that in Louisiana. Is that correct?
Exactly. Yes.
So how far is that place from where you live?
It's about maybe a 25-minute drive.
Oh, okay. So you're real close to the Louisiana
Just
border.
right across the river.
Oh, okay, okay. Because when I saw that, I was like, wait a minute, she lived in Mississippi, but she was a guard in Louisiana. I'm like, man, she's dedicated.
Well, yeah, Tallulah, Louisiana. It's about 20 minutes from Vicksburg.
Okay, okay. Now,
Yeah.
what was the name of the town where you were a guard?
Tallulah,
Tallulah.
Louisiana.
Okay. Now, how long did you work there?
Well, I was an officer for 3.5 years.
For 3.5 years?
Yes.
Wow. So I mean, what drew you to that?
Well, Ricky, I was in Jackson.
Okay.
And I was working in the juvenile because it was during the recession where all of the factories was either moving or shutting down.
Okay.
So I had gotten laid off, and I had to find some work because I was single, and I had to pay my bills.
I got you.
And my daughter was staying in Jackson, and she started working at this juvenile center, and they were doing hiring there. So I went and I stayed with her for a while. I moved from Vicksburg to Jackson to work in the juvenile system.
Okay.
And after the juvenile system, my mother and my father got sick. So I had to come back home to help my baby sister take care of my mom and dad.
Okay, I got
And
you.
that's how I ended up across the bridge to find a job closer to home.
Oh, okay, okay, that makes sense.
Yes.
So now, the one that you worked at, right across the bridge, you was actually there. You say what, 3 years?
3.5 years.
Now, I mean, was that something that you was really? Did you really enjoy that, or is that just something that you was doing just to make a living?
No, I really enjoyed it once I got there because I knew that I could be an example for women, a positive role model for women to uplift women who are oppressed or depressed. And I think that was my calling in the ministry. And so I was kind of excited about going there because I wanted to do God's will.
I got you. I understand. Well, I guess my next question is, working in that type of environment as a guard, you call it, I'm sure at first you might have caught some kind of flack because inmates aren't always friendly.
No, they're not. And believe me, I questioned myself when I first got things. Out of all of my 50-some years, I'd never seen.
Right.
And so, I questioned myself, and I said, Lord, what is where you got to have me here for a reason? But you once you get there,
you're breaking up really bad. I think I don't know if it's your connection, but I want everybody to hear what you're saying. Can you say that again now? You said you was questioning.
Yeah, I kind of question myself because I've seen some things that I've never seen in my life.
I got you.
With the women. And I was wondering, and I would ask myself, Lord, you got me here for a reason, but Lord, I thought I was just, oh my God, some things,
Okay. Are you still with me?
I'm still here.
Okay. What were you
Can you
saying?
hear
Hold on for a second, Roberta.
We could have her just call in on phone instead, because then we get better audio.
Okay.
I think it's her internet connection.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well,
we could finish this segment out if you want.
Yeah, let's try to finish this segment. And maybe we might have to have you call in because the reception is really bad. If we do have her called in, we lose her on the camera, right?
Yeah, we wouldn't have her video, but rather have them hear her.
Yes, I agree. So what we're going to do is after we go to break, I'll call you and have you give you a number to call in, and that way we'll have your audio because you keep breaking up, and I think your story is too valuable for people to get every third or fourth word.
We could go to break right now. If you wanted to.
Matter of fact, let's just take a quick break, and then we'll get you on audio. Get your audio in. So I'll call you and give you a number. Okay.
All right. Okay.
Okay. Hey, don't y'all go anywhere, man. This is a very big story, and I want to take a quick break. 93.7 The Ticket to get you happy on hour. We'll be right back. Okay, that's cool. No. I mean, and I understand that, but that's technology for you. Okay. All right.
Your home is your empire. Protect it with Empire Fence. Get a free instant quote with the online estimating tool at empire-fence.com. See an upfront estimate with no hidden fees. An Empire Fence can provide privacy and improve the appearance of your home. Keep kids and pets in or out of your yard. Increase security and add value to your property. Visit empire-fence.com now to view the stylish and maintenance-free possibilities for your home and get a free instant online quote. Let Empire Fence protect your empire.
When you were a kid, clubs were cool. Robotics club and space club and stuff like that. But what do adults get? Book clubs and quilting clubs? Nah, forget that. How about margarita clubs and old-fashioned clubs? Get to Upside Bar and Lounge for the best clubs in town. Try all 10 varieties of Upside margaritas or old-fashions and take home a free souvenir glass. Grab the whole crew and pair it with Taco Night on Mondays or Whiskey Wednesdays. Upside Bar and Lounge at 29th and Pine Lake.
Think you need a new furnace due to a cracked heat exchanger? Call Bryant for a free second opinion. Might save you thousands, no matter what brand. Bryant Air Conditioning and Heating. We do whatever it takes.
Hello, everybody. It's Charlie Stone, and here with me is Andy Goodyear of Honda of Lincoln. Andy, I hear that new Honda manufacturing continues to go up, and you have new Hondas in stock now.
That's correct, Charlie. We have more than 40 new Hondas in stock right now. It's great that a customer can come in and buy a new Honda and drive it home that day. New Honda inventory keeps getting better each month.
Okay, then. How about used cars, Andy?
We have more than 100 pre-owned vehicles to choose from right now, and a lot of fresh trade-ins are coming in daily. We have just about every maker model you can imagine in any price range.
Thanks again, Andy. People love the selection and great service at Honda of Lincoln. Maybe it's time you come experience the Honda of Lincoln way of doing business. 27th and Yankee Hill, or online at hondaoflincoln.com.
Are you searching for a helping hand in life? Look no further. Integrated Behavioral Health Services is your answer. They're your compassionate, trusted partners committed to guiding you from challenges to triumphs. Their licensed professionals offer personalized therapy for individuals, couples, and families. At IBHS, the focus is you. Experience a life-changing transformation in an environment tailored to your unique needs. Visit ibhealthservices.com today and take that first step towards a brighter future. Discover the power of healing with integrated behavioral health services. You're not alone. Let them walk this journey with you.
Hey guys, Jake Sorensen here from Early Break. The garage door at our house has been needing replacement for a couple years, and a few months ago, we finally did something about it. Steve's Garage Doors and Services was great through the whole process in providing options and also going to the next level to get a door that was approved by our HOA. And best of all, the removal of the old door and installation of the new door was done smoothly with no issues. Call Steve's Garage Doors and Services today at 402-480-2840.
Looking for a job that feels like family? Join Lincoln Industries, where tradition meets innovation. They're a family-owned, privately held manufacturing company with a passion for excellence and a commitment to their community. They have openings on all shifts at both the main plant and air park facilities, offering flexibility to fit your schedule. Whether you're a seasoned professional or just starting out, there's a place for you there. At Lincoln Industries, they invest in their people's success, providing opportunities for growth and advancement. Apply now and become a part of something special at Lincoln Industries.
Action Plumbing, Heating, Air, and Electric brings exciting career opportunities for you or someone you know. They are now hiring plumbers, electricians, and HVAC techs and installers to continually build their professional team. They offer competitive pay and full benefits packages that include health, dental, vision, PTO, and 401k options. Action has created a positive team environment for over 50 years. Apply online at actionlincoln.com.
Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits is now open in Lincoln. Shop our expansive collection of wine, beer, spirits, and cigars at 5040 North 27th Street. From top-shelf liquor to crowd-favorite beer, Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits has a beverage for every taste and every budget. Plus, join our loyalty program to earn rewards and save on future purchases. Shop Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits at 5040 North 27th Street in Lincoln. That's 5040 North 27th Street.
The captain, Vershawn Jackson.
Let's just talk, because I like these projections. Left defensive end, Ty Robinson. Behind him, Chief Border. Nose tackle, Hush Monster, and then Van Poppel. Right defensive end, Jamari Butler, and then Cameron Linhart.
Yeah, you got to have them on the field at the same time. I mean, that's a train wreck right there. I mean, in the making. And both of them in the near future is going to demand double teams. So you might as well get them ready for it now. And that's just the best thing for this team right now. They have both of those up-and-coming stars on the field at the same time.
1 in 3 adults has prediabetes. 1 in 3. That means it could be you, your football buddy, your football buddy, or you, your best man, your worst man, you, your dog walker, your cat jogger. While 1 in 3 adults has prediabetes, with early diagnosis, prediabetes can be reversed. Take the risk test at doihaveprediabetes.org. That's doihaveprediabetes.org.
Wait, did they just say 1 in 3 adults has prediabetes? That's 33.33333% of adults. That means it could be me, my boss, or my boss's boss, or me, my favorite sister, or my other sister. That's 7 members of my 21-person romantic book club. Wait, the 1 in 3 could be me, my karaoke partner Carol, or my karaoke enemy Jeff. I'm going to take the risk test at doihaveprediabetes.org.
Brought to you by the Ad Council and its Prediabetes Awareness Partners.
Back to the Get Your Happy On Hour, featuring former Husker receiver Ricky Simmons.
Hey, light. Hey, we back. 93.7 the tickets to Get Your Happy On Hour. We're having some technical difficulties, but we're working through them. Roberta, you still with me? Hello?
Can you hear me?
Now I can. Okay, well, we're going to do the best we can, Roberta. I mean, our connection doesn't seem to be working very well, and I was going to try to call in and have at least get your audio if we couldn't see you, but we're going to try to make the best of it, okay?
All right.
Okay, well, since we're having these difficulties, I want to get to the story, if that's okay. So now, you was working at this prison for 3 years.
Yes.
And if I remember correctly, you were taking care of grandkids.
Right.
In that process. And something happened at your job that I'll let you tell. What happened at your job that cost you that?
Well, I was working at work one day, and I was standing on the walk, monitoring the walk with the inmates. And one of the girls come up and asked me, would I be considerate of taking a friend of hers child to keep the baby from going to CPS? And I told her, well, your friend gonna have to come and talk to me herself.
Okay.
So that's how that got kicked off.
This was an inmate, right?
Yes, they were both inmates. But they
Okay.
were trying to find someone to get the baby because she had no one to get the baby that would give the baby back to her. And she didn't want to lose him.
So in other words, she was due to have the baby before her release date.
Right.
So and if I understood correctly, it was like 2 months before she was going to be released, she was due to give birth.
Exactly.
And the baby would have probably went into the system.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yes.
And so they asked you to help. And so what did you do after they asked you?
Well, I told them that I was going to have to talk with the major, which is my supervisor.
Okay.
And I went to talk with the major, and he told me he would get with the owner of the facility, and he would get back with me.
Okay.
So I confronted him a couple of times to see if he had talked to the owner, and he said not yet. And then after that, weeks went by, months went by, and it was time for her to deliver, and he still hadn't got back with me yet. So at that time, she had to give information of who was going to come get the baby. And so I ended up giving her my information so I could go and pick the baby up for her.
Okay.
And the word got back to the major, and he called me in the office, and they went down to her room and shook her room down and found the information that she had to give to the hospital, and called me in the office.
Called you in the office to do what?
Yep. He called me in the office, and he told me that he had found my information. Did I know anything about that? And I told him, yeah. I say, I gave her that information to give to the hospital so I could pick the baby up. Okay. And he said, well, that's a conflict of interest. And I told him, I said, well, I got to work to do for God. I say, and when I came here, I told God that I would work for him. And so he said, well, let me ask you this. He said, are you still going to go through with it? And I said, if the hospital called me to come get that baby, I'm going to get that baby. And he said, well, I'm going to have to terminate you then.
So they fired you.
He fired me right there on the spot.
Wow. All because you were trying to do something to help someone else.
Yes, all because I was just trying to save the baby's life.
Yeah, and keeping the baby from going into a system that she may never find her baby.
Right, exactly.
Wow. And you lost your job.
Yes, I lost my job, Ricky, and I tell you, when I lost my job, and it's still a little emotional when I talk about it, but God provided, because I was barely able to take care of myself. Gotcha. So I was at a point to where I just had to trust God. And when I tell you God stepped in, he stepped in. And when he stepped in, he stepped in.
Now,
so people from all over the United States sent gifts. They off of Amazon, we had so much. I did not even have to buy a sack of diapers.
Wow.
And then he still had diapers left for 3 months after he had left, and went home with his mom. So the people just went out of the way
to help
and
you out.
they took care of us.
Well, let me ask you this now. So I'm trying to make sure I get this right. You got fired and you went home, and then how long after you was fired that you actually you got the call to come pick up the baby?
Well, when I got fired, it was about a week. A week later, they called and told me that I could come pick the baby up. And so I told them, I said, okay. So I went and I got a baby seat and got him some outfits and some little t-shirts and stuff, stuff that a baby come home on.
Right.
And me and my grandson and his girlfriend went and picked the baby up.
Wow. Well, I'm going to say this before we go any further. Just the fact that you was willing to sacrifice your job and still keep your word to that inmate that gave birth. To me, that's special. I mean,
yes,
a lot of people wouldn't have done that because, first of all, it wasn't their kid, and you went above and beyond. So I just got to say, man, I don't know you, but I'm proud to say now that I do know you, because
thank you.
Those are the type of things that they don't get the attention that I feel they deserve. Now, I know you took care of this baby for a couple of months, and then the lady was released, right? The mother?
Right. I took care of him for 2.5 months.
2.5 months.
And when she got out, my sister went and picked her up from the prison and brought her here. She came straight here and got her baby.
Wow.
She stayed with me a couple of days and then I took her home.
I got you. But here's something else I want to make sure I get out there too. If I did my research right, CBS got involved some kind of way. Is that correct?
Yes. Yes. And this was like months after, everything had was over with. And I was back there in my bedroom. I was reading my word. Okay. And the telephone rang, and it was a strange number. So I answered it. And it was David Bagnaw from CBS Morning News.
Wow.
And he said, I come across your story. I got to have an interview. Would you please have an interview with me? And I said, well, yeah, of course. And so that's how CBS gotten it. And at that time, he was in Japan. He called me from Japan.
Wow. Okay. Wow. That had to catch you off guard. But you know what? I actually watched that interview, and it was very, very good. I mean, you're talking about tugging on heartstrings?
Yes.
That story was tugging on heartstrings. I mean, I don't know you, but when I saw that story, I felt like I knew you because, that's a good person. Only a good person would do that. Now, when you did, after you did that interview, or during that interview, actually, I noticed that you had another project that you're working on.
Yes.
I'm all over it. I mean, I don't know you.
Ricky, I have 8 grandkids.
Okay.
And at that time, my daughter was going through some hard times in Texas with her apartment. And she had to she was working out there in Texas. And at that time, she was having problems with her housing. So it was time for the kids to start school. So I told her, she asked me if they could come and stay with me and do school until she get her place situated and get them, straight. And at that time, I told her, yes, I say, they have no other choice but to come here. So during that time, I had my 5 grandkids here, taking care of them.
Wow. But, you got so many things going on here. I mean, and you still have just the fact that you was willing to
Yeah, but Ricky, let me tell you, it's just God. Is you know that scripture that says, greater is he that is in me than he that is in the world.
Right.
It was just God in me. I promise you, I could not do it. I could not do it. I could not. It was all God. And I give God praise and honor for that, because he took care of us all.
Well, reason why I'm where I'm going with this, I got to say this because I know you in that interview it says somehow you received a large donation as well, financial.
Yes, people sent money. Well, my daughter, what she did, because I didn't have a job and I still had bills and stuff to pay. My daughter organized a GoFundMe.
Okay.
And when I tell you, people donated to support me and that baby, they donated to support me and that baby. And wow. I thank God for that, because
if
there's
you don't
no
mind,
way I could have made it.
If you don't mind, what did you raise?
At that time, it was like $90,000. It was a little over $90,000.
Wow.
And now it's at about 121. All together.
That's a blessing. But not only did they come through for you with the baby, I see where you took on another project. And correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it's called the Serenity House.
Yes. When David came down, he wanted to see what I was doing with the donation money that was given to me.
Okay.
And I had a friend of mine had a double wide mobile home that she wasn't using. And so I asked her if I could use it for a foundation to start the women's center, the Serenity Center. And she told me yes. And so we had to go in there and we had to redo the whole trailer, basically.
I got you.
So we're still working on that. And we're about almost halfway in the back of the trailer finishing up.
Now, what is that trailer going to be used for?
It's going to be used for women. It's going to be used for women coming out of prison that need somewhere to go, doesn't have anywhere to go. We're going to house them as a residential housing. We're going to take them and we're going to train them how to go on interviews. We're going to supply them with transportation to work once they get on a job, and we'll pick them up from work.
So that way you're basically giving them a chance, an opportunity to help themselves.
Right.
And that's very important. And the reason why I say it's important, because a lot of times when people get out of prison, there's not a lot of resources.
Right.
And then when, desperate times calls for desperate measures. So when people start, running low on funds and they go into desperation, or I call it survival mode, they do things that they used to doing. And those are usually the things that sent them to prison in the first place.
Exactly. And that's what we want to try to narrow down some, to keep them from being repeated offenders.
Right.
And
I got to say this while I'm thinking about it, Roberta. I mean, the fact that I'm just sitting here and I'm playing this tape in my head and I'm thinking, man, she lost her job trying to help someone else. Then after she loses her job, she takes on the responsibilities of going to get a baby that has no ties to her. And then you take care of this baby for a couple of months until her mom is free. And then you didn't stop there. You went and started this Serenity House.
Yes, that was my passion. Once I got there at the prison and seen the need of the women, especially the ones that was really sincere about changing their lives, you know, and I wanted to, my heart just went out to them, because so many of them would cry and be scared to go home because they knew they didn't have any people, or their relatives wasn't supportive enough, and they were afraid that they were gonna, end back up out in the streets doing what they were doing that got them there. And so getting the Serenity Center together would kind of help avoid a lot of that.
Well, at least give them a chance.
Yeah, it'll give them a chance. The
Yeah.
ones that really want a chance, it'll give them a chance.
Right. And the ones that don't, they're going to do what they do anyway.
They're going to do what they want to do anyway.
Yeah. And see, and I can relate to that story because I understand getting out of prison. I've done that. And so I get it. And the thing is, just to, a lot of times, I'll be honest with people. A lot of people don't realize when you've been to prison, yes, you've done something to get there. Not making no excuses for that. But what I'm saying is sometimes people actually do change.
Yes.
And I can say for myself, I know I'm one of those that changed.
Yes.
And my thing is, when you change, unfortunately, no one knows you've changed but you. So therefore, you have no credibility.
Right.
Yeah, nobody don't believe in you. So
That's right.
and then the opportunities are very limited because of the fact you've been to prison. So
exactly.
I think it's important what you're doing is what I'm trying to say in a nice way. I want to support what you're doing, and that's why I asked you to be on the show because
Thank you.
I just think it's important that people understand that everybody that go to prison
is not bad.
Yeah, right. They're not
bad. A lot of them just in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Correct.
And Louisiana has a no self-defense law. So a lot of those girls are very intelligent women that was trying to protect themselves because they was in abusive relationships.
Right. And see, and that, unfortunately, the system, I'm not making excuses. I'm just trying to be real with you. I understand, and I don't really know if anybody else can really relate to what I'm about to say, but when you're not a bad person and you're not given another chance, I mean, you're basically asking people to stay there or to continue the cycle of recidivism.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I see. And I mean, I've been out for over 14 years.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm living proof that what you're doing will help.
Yes.
You you got to do your due diligence and make sure you screen the ladies and make sure that, that the ladies are for real. Because one thing about it, some of them are really good at being deceptive.
Exactly. Yes.
So you have to be careful with that.
Right. And I'm aware of that from working at the prison. Mm-hmm. So it will be a all around security person there that's gonna be there, on all shifts.
Right.
Once we get up, I mean, it's not gonna be nothing where they can enjoy. It's gonna be just business, and they're gonna have to take care of business. If they want to get back into society and be able to live in society, they've got to take care of their business.
Yes, that's very important. And I can tell that you're already highly motivated to make sure that that's exactly what they do.
That's exactly, and they know that. I wish you could talk to some of them women over there.
They already know that if I'm going to the Serenity Center, I better be on top of my game because Roberta's not playing.
Yes, and and I'm telling you, so many of them is ready to come because they know that I'm gonna really push them to doing what is right and what's good for them.
Yeah, well, you know what? I'm going to say this. I want you to make sure that you do one thing for me, is you keep putting God first.
Exactly.
And keep doing what you're doing. I just think that's very important.
Yes.
Roberta, don't go nowhere. We're going to take another quick break on 93.7 The Ticket to get you happy on hour. We'll be right back.
All right.
Houses? They're expensive. And once you buy one, you're kind of stuck with it for a while. You need to make sure you get your best house for the best price. You need Ben Bleicher and his team of pros at Professional Realty Group. They'll take the time to figure out what's important for you in your dream home, and they have the expertise to find the hidden issues that could surprise you after the sale. That's professional knowledge, proactive service. We call that potential. Ben Bleicher and the team at Professional Realty Group of Berkshire Hathaway's Home Service Ambassador. Find more online at prg-ne.com.
If you want all the latest technologies from those big banks, but you also want that hometown feel when you walk in the front doors, choose Midwest Bank. They have top-notch technology. They make banking so easy, and they also have the friendliest staff who will take their time to get to know you and treat you like family. You get the best of both worlds when you choose Midwest Bank. I live on the go, and now I can bank on the go. With Midwest Bank, I have everything I need at my fingertips. I'm volleyball player Allie Batenhorst, and at Midwest Bank, you'll love banking here.
Hi everyone, Kendall Warnock, A1 Automotive in downtown Lincoln. The last few years have been wild, but we've been here for you through all the ups and downs, and we'll be here for you when you need us the most, for all your travels and for your day-to-day driving. With winter conditions causing problems all over town, the last thing anyone needs this year is constant car troubles. Let us help you drive in peace and make sure you drive to work and to winter destinations safe. A1 Automotive, 11th and L Street downtown, always honest answers.
You can get diesel anywhere, but what about Atomic Diesel? That comes from Stern. Atomic Diesel is your solution to all your cold weather problems. Prevent clogged fuel filters, increase your fuel economy, and save money with Atomic Diesel. Contact Roger at Stern today by calling 1-800-477-2744 to see how Atomic Diesel and the rest of their line of fuels and lubricants can keep your operation running at max capacity. Working at Continental in Lincoln isn't a job, it's a career. And right now, they've raised wages again, and they're hiring for production operators at $24.62 per hour, which grows to $28.97 per hour within 3 years. Skilled trade positions now start at $33.36 per hour, with opportunities to make more based on certifications. Continental also has salary jobs available and great benefits, plus medical and prescription costs at very low premiums. Dental, vision, and life insurance are offered at no premium cost to the associates, with increased bonuses and vacation for new hires. To learn more or apply, go to continentaljobs.com with keyword Lincoln. Come work at Continental today.
I'm Chris Jakovic. I served in the United States Air Force, and I deployed 3 times. So in 2017, I was serving as an Air Force First Sergeant. Our motto in that role is "My job is people, everyone is my business." But unfortunately, in that year, I would lose my own brother, Lance Corporal Adam Jakovic, to suicide. The majority of veteran suicides are from guns. I store my weapons securely, not only for myself, but for my family. Store all your guns securely. Help stop suicide. My service never stops.
Brought to you by End Family Fire and the Ad Council.
Ready to upgrade your combine in 2024? The team at Landmark Implement is here to help find the right combine to fit your operations needs. Choose from 4.5% for up to 60 months or a 12-month interest waiver, followed by John Deere financial rates with approved credit through the end of February. When you purchased a pre-owned S or X Series combine from Landmark, know you are backed by Landmark's extensive parts and service network with mobile techs and parts drop-off points to keep you up and running. View our current inventory online at landmarkimp.com or stop by your local Landmark to experience the Landmark difference.
John Henry's has a brand new membership club to protect your entire home in one program. With a VIP and a deluxe option, we will help you find the plan that best fits your needs. Receive discounts on services and equipment, priority service, complimentary inspections, and so much more. Protect your home's plumbing, heating, cooling, and electrical systems all in one membership. Call John Henry's to learn more.
435-5555. John Henry's Plumbing, Heating and Air.
And electrical.
You're spending $300 a month. Binge drinking is the most common form of excessive drinking, which costs the United States more than $191 billion each year. By drinking less, you will save $300 a month. If you or a loved one is looking for help, find a treatment facility near you at findtreatment.gov. For immediate support, call, text, or chat 988.
Brought to you by Nebraska DHHS in partnership with SAMHSA.
Back to the Get Your Happy On Hour, featuring former Husker receiver Ricky Simmons.
And we're back. Before we get back to Roberta, I just got to say big shout out to Kim Kelly out there in Las Vegas. Appreciate you tuning in. My little brother Brett down in Tulsa. Man, I think Odious Lee and who else we got out there that's watching, Ben?
Yeah, Marilyn said she's enjoying the show from Georgia.
Okay, Marilyn, I appreciate the love.
And then, yeah, Carla was messaging on Facebook.
Man, Carla is in Poland.
Yeah.
Wow. Thank you. That's big. I got people all over the globe.
Yeah. Then there's actually two Carlas. Carla Walker and
Carla Walker, right?
Yeah.
That's
and then Odious.
Odious, okay. Carla Walker, I appreciate you. You know I appreciate you. Thank you very much. And my big brother Odious, man, he blessed me with the new Under Armour tennis shoes. I'm scared to wear them, man, because they look too nice to get dirty. So I'm waiting on the perfect time to wear them. But thank you, big brother. Back to Roberta. I want you to know you're getting a lot of love online.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, but no, you earned it. I mean, did nobody get that to you? You earned that. And I want you to know that. And I want you to know that from me. You earned with all this support you're getting. And before, we got a little time left, but not much. But I want everybody to know that Roberta Bell on Facebook, is that correct?
Yes, I'm on Facebook.
Y'all can send her a personal message, man. That's how me and her met, on a personal message. And when I first got the message, I was like, I read it and I'm thinking, nah. But then I did my research and saw where we had a mutual friend, and it was Marcus Dupree. So that prompted me to do a little more research. And I am so glad that I did, because I really believe your story needs to be told. And I really appreciate the fact that you're willing to share your story, because a lot of times when things happen like that, people want to keep that to themselves.
Yes.
But you stepped up. And like I said, I don't know you, but I'm proud to say that I do know you now.
Amen. Praise God.
Now I got another question for you.
Mm-hmm.
With all the stuff you got going on in your life, I mean, you got the taking care of the grandkids, Now, are you able to work now? Do you have a job, or is it the Serenity Center? Is that your full-time thing, or what are you doing now?
Yes, I'm still working. I have a job working at a can factory where we manufacture Coca-Cola products.
Okay.
And I work as a machine operator there.
Okay.
Until I get the Serenity Center up and running.
Okay. Well,
then I'll come off and I'll start running my business.
Okay. Well, I just want, now that we know each other, I would really appreciate it that if you stayed in touch with me, because I think at some point maybe we can do some things together to help those young ladies once they get once you get that center up and running.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, I might have to make a special trip to the big city of Vicksburg, Mississippi.
Vicksburg, come on, baby. We'll be glad to have you.
Well, that's what I do. I like to travel around and try and help people the same as you. I think that was a commonality between us, because your story just got my undivided attention. I have another question before we get out of here. I gotta ask this. I know you do a lot of things. I get that. But I want to know, when you do have some downtime, the name of the show is the Get You Happy On Hour. What does Roberta do, or how does Roberta get her happy on?
I praise God.
Okay.
I go and I praise God on every Sunday. I go and I praise God. That's what I do. And that is so heartwarming to me.
But
I'm happy with that.
That's enough. That's enough. I always encourage people to do something that they enjoy doing, because life is too unpredictable not to, and it's not guaranteed. So I think every day you should spend as much time as you can doing what you enjoy, because that's just this thing called life. And it's, like I said, it doesn't come with contracts and guarantees.
That's right.
But you're doing God's work. And I just want you to know that it's appreciated. Now, it doesn't get the attention that negativity does, but you know what? We're not trying to focus on negativity. Negativity is getting enough attention without our help.
That's right.
So is there anything you'd like to say to people before we get ready to get out of here?
I just want to say, put your heart in God's care and know that whatever you do that is right from the heart, God gonna take care of you. If any problem that you have, just surrender and give it to God, and you're gonna be okay. Anything that you need, He can supply it. I'm a living witness to that. It don't come when we want it to come, but when it comes, it's right on time. And He's an on-time God.
I totally agree with you. And I just want to thank you. I mean, from the bottom of my heart, I want to thank you for reaching out to me. And I'm really honored that you was willing to come onto the show, because I just think your story needs to be told. And we're not done. We just getting started here. So
yeah, this is just the first start of it.
Yes. And you've been approached by a couple of people about potential movie opportunities, right?
Oh yeah, I have. So I'm looking into that right now. I've had several calls. I thank God for that.
Okay. Well, like I said, whenever those opportunities come, you got to take a serious look at them, because
yes,
I mean, if you don't take advantage of them when they do come, then that's kind of on you.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Right.
But I believe that you have earned the right to have a break, and you're going to get some more breaks. I mean, it's just getting started, because I'm still sitting here thinking of just over this interview. I'm still running this back in my head thinking, and this lady lost her job to try to help an inmate save her baby from going into the system. I mean, just that alone, not all, I mean, and then on top of that, then you still took care of the baby for 2 months. And I'm just summarizing it, but man, who does that? I mean, people aren't that nice no more. And for you to do that it blows my mind. I mean, I'm extremely proud that you did that, because that baby could be in a system right now and you never could find that baby. And you did that for that lady, and you kept that baby safe until she got out.
Yes.
Man, God bless you.
Thank you.
Yeah, I just want you to, man, you need to know that, because I know for a fact doing good deeds don't always get the attention that it should. And I just want to make sure that before this show ends tonight, you get the attention that you deserve.
Thank you.
You're very welcome, young lady. Now, I want everybody to understand something. Good people. That's what I started the show off with. Good people. And for those of you who are listening, good people are very rare. So when you are fortunate enough to cross paths with good people, you hold on to them. Because if you don't, you'll wish you had. Because there's a lot of people out here with agendas, and they're not good agendas. A lot of people see good people as an opportunity to take advantage of them. But sometimes there really are good people out here that do things from their heart that don't have a hidden agenda.
Right.
And this is what I see from you, Roberta. I don't see a hidden agenda. All I see is a person that cares.
Yes.
And their actions is speaking louder than anything.
Yes. And love. Love for people.
That's very important. Man, this show has really, really got me thinking. So I want to thank you. And we're going to wrap this show up the same way I always wrap my show up. Every day you blessed to say it's just another day in paradise. And no matter what, you got to get your happy on. Thank y'all for tuning in. We'll see you next Sunday.
Your home is your empire. Protect it with Empire Fence. Get a free instant quote with the online estimating tool at empire-fence.com. See an upfront estimate with no hidden fees. An Empire Fence can provide privacy and improve the appearance of your home. Keep kids and pets in or out of your yard. Increase security and add value to your property. Visit empire-fence.com.